Yes, you can believe it.
And now on NBC's Saturday Night at the Movies, Kiss meets the Phantom.
Everybody, it's Kiss Wednesday, and Bjørn-Rune Nilsen asked me to do a review of the movie Kiss Meets the Phantom. Now, before I get into it, I love this movie. It's so bad it's great, right? And I watch it like once a year, but man, I haven't seen it in more than a couple years. And I popped it in today, and I took notes because here's the deal. I did do some, I don't think it was a review, but I did do a look back at Kiss Meets the Phantom, and I also did a commentary on the whole movie where the last part 7 or something, is not available on YouTube. It's like 1 through 6, but I put a link below because in BitChute, I have it all in one video, an hour and a half, no parts, all complete. Commentary I did many years ago, back when I used to drink alcohol, and I was pretty drunk doing that. I did that in like 2 sittings. Fun stuff. Check it out, man, after you watch this review of the movie. Alright, first off, this movie was written by alcohol and cocaine. Yep, that's who wrote it. Those two people, alcohol and cocaine. And it was $2 million to do, and back in 1978, that's a whole lot of money for a made-for-TV movie, and it was sold as Hard Day's Night meets Star Wars, and it's far from either one of the two. It's bad, man, and yeah, it starts off with Kiss doing Rock and Roll All Night, and Gene Simmons is taller than a roller coaster, and the same with Paul Stanley. And and then it goes into the storyline. Now, number one, Kiss doing Rock and Roll All Night, you're not going to see them for a while now, because now what we have is a bunch of stock footage of Magic Mountain, Six Flags, whatever that was. It was Wally World in National Lampoon's Vacation, same amusement park, but yeah, there's a lot of stock footage of it, the rides and stuff. And at one part, the main people, Melissa and Sam, they're a couple, right? And they're on the roller coaster and stuff. And then Sam, he tells Melissa, hey, I gotta go work, but I'll meet you here later. And more stock footage of Six Flags, whatever. Then we get the park owner and Devereaux. Devereaux, he hates Kiss. He's in charge of all the, the rides and the robots and all. And Kiss is interfering with his robot gorillas and stuff, And there's some hooligans led by some greaseball called Chopper. He's messing with one of the gorillas. And, Devereaux was a little pissed, but Devereaux also said, here, I'm going to give you guys free tickets to the Chamber of Thrills. Where's Kiss? All this is going on. Plus throw in some stock footage. No Kiss. All right, and we keep going, and now Melissa is worried because Sam didn't come back, right? And Melissa gets the location from his boss, Devereaux. And she got the location by some security guards. And one of those security guards is Brian James, who's been in other killer movies like 48 Hours. He was a Blade Runner and Tangos and Cash. Yeah, he plays a security guard in this movie. And so Melissa knows where Devereaux is, and she goes and sees him, and then Devereaux like shows off some of his robots, and then she leaves, and then Devereaux goes in another room where he turns Sam into a robot with some small doohickey on his neck. You know, I think he bought that at Radio Shack. There were Radio Shacks back then. But yeah, it's whatever. So then the hooligans, Chopper, and you know his hooligans, they go into the Chamber of Thrills, and it turns them into robots as well, because Devereaux, you know, kidnaps them all in there. They all fall through a tunnel, and Devereaux turns them into robots. Where's Kiss? All right. Meanwhile, the park owner finds Devereaux. You know, he fires him for some malfunctions, and Devereaux vows revenge on the park and Kiss. Now, finally, Kiss comes out of the sky, flying around. Gene breathes fire, and Paul shoots lasers from his eyes, and then he walks on those lasers. Yeah, true story. And, you know, they play some tunes, and they come off stage and find Melissa, who got through security. And Paul shoots lasers and cripples the security guards that's, you know, trying to hold back Melissa. And Paul tells Melissa, "You're looking for somebody, but it's not Kiss." And then, you know, Gene is talking, rah, 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 this stupid effect on his voice that sucks. And then, Paul, you know, she's like, "I can't find Sam, my boyfriend Sam." And Paul tells Melissa, "Sam is in the park." And then all Kiss walk away. They don't tell her where Sam is. He's in the park. And they leave Melissa. They leave, right? Not helping Melissa at all to find Sam. He's in the park. That's all he said. Nothing like, "Hey, let's go find him. We're superheroes." Nope. And Sam was actually there getting pictures of Kiss so Devereaux can make robots out of the pictures. I don't know. First he makes a Gene robot, and he sets them loose in the park, right? And he sets them loose to kick some security guard asses, you know? And after that, the police wanted to arrest Gene, but the park owner, you know, he convinced them, you know, not to, because, you know, the park owner's all about the money, man. He wants that Kiss show to go on, you know? And meanwhile, Kiss is sitting there in the pool up on lifeguard chairs, and they're all wearing robes. And it's like a bright sunny day in California. And they're out there wearing robes. Yep. True story. Anyway, then all of a sudden, Kiss is tight with Melissa, right? And they're showing her the talisman. And then Peter sings Beth to her. Now, while Peter's out there singing Beth to her, at the same time, Sam is ransacking Kiss's place. By the way, Sam found out where they were because Devereaux put a little tracking device on a button that Melissa was wearing. Genius stuff, right? And then there's Peter singing Beth to her, you know? And Sam's ransacking, and then Sam walks out, and then Melissa rudely walks away from Peter as he's singing Beth to her. And then she bumps into Sam, and after Sam ramshackled the place, and, you know. And then Kiss hears Melissa scream because she sees Sam, and Sam ignores her. And Kiss comes running, you know. And then Kiss sees the talisman, right? And they're like, "Man, somebody's messing with us. They fucked with our talisman," you know. And what do they do after that? they leave the talisman right there for anybody to come get it, you know? And they go into the park without Melissa now, right? And yeah. So they go into the park at night and got into several fights. One with robot monkeys. They won that one. Then they had a fight with robot ninjas. And yeah, they won that one barely because they were kind of losing the powers and stuff. And then Devereaux, the whole time is at his desk that's spinning around and has little TVs on it. Anyway. Then they go into the Chamber of Thrills where Kiss fights Frankenstein, Dracula, and your mama. So being the dumbasses they are, Devereaux found the talisman because it's out there in the open, and he had it on him. So while Kiss is fighting with, Dracula and stuff, Devereaux takes out some weird ray gun, right, and starts shooting it into the talisman. And yeah, so thanks to the stupidity, Devereaux's got the ray gun on it, and then he sucks up Kiss up in some air ducts, and then traps him in a laser cage. Now, by this time, Devereaux has made all 4 Kiss members robots, right, and sends them out to play Hotter Than Hell, but Devereaux altered the lyrics to Rip and Destroy, and hey, Devereaux wrote some pretty cool lyrics, man. Anyway, Devereaux, is a dumbass too because, he left Kiss in the laser cage and the talisman is, several feet away. So, with Kiss's mental powers and fishing string, they ended up getting the talisman, and then they fly through the air and they fight fake Kiss. Now, I found this out later. I never realized this in this movie, but only Gene and Paul win. Ace and Peter lose. And the robot Ace and Peter are now in Kiss because Gene and Paul did not notice this, And yeah, and those robots, Devereaux called them Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer. So after the whole fight and Gene not knowing that the 2 robot Ace and Peter won, they go to the very weird ending to this, where they go and Melissa's yelling at Devereaux, "Where is he, you bastard?" She didn't say bastard, but she should have. And then the Kiss is standing around looking, and then the park mayor said he tried to destroy Kiss and he failed. And he turns Devereaux around in his chair, and Devereaux is now a very old man with huge eyebrows. I don't get it. Weird. Now, the real ending was the European version's called Attack of the Phantom. And the way that ends is Devereaux, he's not old, he's regular Devereaux, just walking his way out of the park, leaving it open, and yeah, so, and also Paul noticed that the doohickey on Sam's neck from Radio Shack and took it off, and then everything is great with Melissa and Sam. That's the way the American version ends. Anyway, but there's no movie of this, but oddly enough, this is what happens later. Devereaux comes back after the 2000 farewell tour and makes Kiss tour now non-stop for like a decade, and made Paul blow out his vocals and made Kiss use tapes live. And the end of the road tour, the last 2 nights at Madison Square Garden, both nights were not sold out. In other words, Devereaux won. And to add insult to injury, Devereaux is also the mastermind of the avatars, the Kiss avatars. So yeah, in the end, Devereaux does destroy Kiss. So there you go. That's my review. And thank you, Bjorn, for requesting this. And Bjorn said he likes my movie reviews. So there you go. Because I've gotten several comments of people saying, yeah, you suck at movie reviews, and I'm agreeing with them. But Bjorn doesn't feel that way. Bjorn likes my movie reviews, so hey, screw you all. And hey, screw me too, because I think I suck at it too. But I hope you enjoyed this one, Bjorn. And everybody out there, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below about what you feel about this movie and what you feel about this review. I really would appreciate that. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And ring that little notification bell. And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. And smack 'em a gob.